welcome to this edition of Special Segments. I'm your host, Erica Schaefer, and today we're going to be talking about GetAWillNow.com. GetAWillNow.com is a fantastic company that allows you to make your own legal will in minutes for under $50. Now, chances are you've been putting off creating a will. It's one of the most important things you can do to protect your family, and we'll show you how you can get a will in just 10 minutes. Hey, welcome back. I'm your host, Erica Schaefer, and you are watching Special Segments. We are here today with Patrick Jenkins to tell us about GetAWillNow.com. Patrick is a veteran in the financial industry as well as a professional wealth manager. Patrick, welcome to the show today.
Thank you, Erica.
Now, who needs a will?
You know, everybody needs a will. If you're over 18 years old, and especially if you have minor children, if you have assets, you need a will. A will basically gives your intentions and your wishes after you pass and helps people understand what you want to have happen.
Now, is it true that at GetAWillNow.com you can do a will in just 10 minutes?
You know, that's one of the geniuses of GetAWillNow.com is that it walks you through step by step in a systematic process of creating a will and helps you answer all the critical questions that you need to answer in a legal will.
What are the typical clients for GetAWillNow.com?
You know, the typical client is somebody who's looking for a simple, cost-effective, and no-frills will to walk them through the process and give them some durable documents.
What are the risks of not having a will?
By not having a will, you're basically making a choice not to participate in the distribution of your assets, not to choose who the guardian of your children are. It's a tremendous risk, and it puts those people who survive you in a very difficult situation.
So, Patrick, the benefits are truly amazing. There's a money-back guarantee, there's a free worksheet, so everybody can just try it before they buy it. It takes only minutes, and it's under $50, so nobody loses here.
It is a win-win situation. It gives you an opportunity to mark that box off on your things to do. Really, the only people who lose are those that don't do anything about it.
It's really important, and you've made it so easy for people to take advantage of this. Now, Patrick, what are the pitfalls of doing without a will?
You know, you really lose your voice in the whole process of what happens after you die. If you don't have a will, you don't get to choose where your assets go. More importantly, if you don't have a will, you don't have an opportunity to spell out who the guardians of your children are going to be. And that changes. I know that changes, but not having that spelled out, that puts all of your survivors in a very difficult situation.
Very difficult situation where they could fight with each other and the children aren't where you really would want them to be.
Exactly.
Right. As a professional financial advisor, would you ever allow any of your clients to go without a will?
Never. I think a will is a foundation to your estate planning. Everybody needs to have a will to take care of the defense and provide and protect those that survive them.
So important. But can changes be easily made at GetAWillNow.com?
That's the genius of GetAWillNow.com, is that for $9.95 a year, you can store your will online, you can go back, change the things that need to be changed, print it out, you sign it, 3 witnesses sign it, you destroy the old will, and you have a brand new up-to-date will.
So easy.
Absolutely.
Who is not the ideal candidate for GetAWillNow.com?
GetAWillNow.com is really designed around a simple, cost-effective solution to having your estates put in order and your distributions made. If you have a very complex estate, if you have property in multiple different states, if you have specific distributions that need to occur, GetAWillNow.com is probably not for you, but for the other 95% of us that really just have simple estates, GetAWillNow.com is a great solution.
Tell us the horrors of probate.
They're very real. When people die without leaving a will or any kind of instruction on who they want to be the guardian of their children, what they want to have happen with their assets, it leaves family members that survive them in a very difficult situation of trying to decide what's best for these kids. Where should these assets go? What should have been the wishes of this individual that didn't take the time to plan it out? It is a horrific situation. It's prolonged even more without that document to guide these survivors.
Amazing. It's so important to get a will for everybody.
It is.
Well, stay tuned. In our next segment, you will witness a legal will being made live in less than 10 minutes. Hi, welcome back. I'm with Patrick Jenkins, and we are going to show you live, right here on TV, how simple and easy it is to have your own legal will in 10 minutes or less, and for less than $50. So, Patrick, okay, go ahead and show me how easy it is to use.
Let me do it right here on my iPad.
Oh, perfect.
It is very easy to do. We're going to start at the home page of www.getawillnow.com and just choose a general will. And we'll click on Get Started, and it's going to walk us through a series of questions that we can just answer. If we're not ready to answer the questions immediately, we can actually click on a worksheet that will take us through all the questions, and we can write out the answers in long form, so the process will go even faster. It allows you to see all the questions in order, so it's not a step-by-step going through the website. You can see exactly what the questions are going to be, and you can print it up, think about it, write out in longhand what you want. This is a real time-saving process. Let's go to the website now that you've already written up all the answers. We're going to go to the general website. We're going to choose Get Started. And the very first thing it's going to ask me about is what's my full name, what's my occupation, and am I married or not? Do I have children? We'll put that information in. Go to the next screen. It'll ask me who my spouse is. I put my spouse's full name in there. I add a child. I put my child's name and their date of birth. So once we've added our kids, then we can go through and we want to determine who our guardian will be. We'll choose a first guardian, which will be the primary person. You want to start to think about who has parenting techniques that are very similar to mine. The next one will be, if that first person can't serve, who's my backup? And we're going to ask for a second backup as well, so you have 3 different people who could be the guardian of your children. The next page is going to take us through specific gifts that we want to give. Oftentimes people will say, well, I just want it to go to everybody equally, and there's a button for that where we don't have to choose a specific gift. But if you do have a specific gift, let's say we want to give the family china to your favorite daughter. We'll click here. We'll type in family china. We'll put in the child's name or the heir's name, who we want to have that. On the next page, we're going to determine who the executor of our estate is going to be. So we're spelling out who's somebody that has some financial acumen that will make sure that the assets are distributed exactly the way I want them to be. So we'll have a first executor, we'll have a second executor who serves as a backup to the first, and a third executor who serves as a backup to the second if either of the first 2 cannot serve. We could put in our contact information, put the email address in that you want the PDF of the will emailed to, put your full name, your address, your phone number, your zip code, and it will email that document to you in final format. This is also the same page where you put your E-code in for any savings that might occur, and your payment information. Once that information is filled out, you hit submit. The last page that we're going to work on is the estate page. This just basically summarizes all the information and allows us to review to make sure that we've got everything in order, review who the guardians are going to be, review who the executors are going to be, and review the distributions that we want to make. Immediately an email sent to your email address that has the full and final version of the will that you'll print out. You'll sign it once, and then you'll have 3 witnesses also sign it, and you have a will.
Oh, that was wonderful. Thank you so much, Patrick. It's been really enlightening. Well, it's really just that easy. Well, that has been some powerful information today from Patrick Jenkins from getawillnow.com. If you don't have a will, go now to www.getawillnow.com and settle that issue once and for all. You and your family will be glad you did. Now, you can easily and instantly avoid the hassles of probate and government control of your estate quickly for under $50 right now. If you act now using this E-code below, you can get huge additional savings. So log on now to www.getawillnow.com. I'm Erica Schaefer, and it has been my pleasure to be your host today on Special Segment.